So recent vacancies, what's driving vacancy and occupancy? A couple of local retailers made some surprising moves after the holiday season. We think they will stay in business and recover just fine. Circuit City I have up here because as we talk to our mainland counterparts, most of those big boxes on the mainland have not been released. So those are 45,000 foot concrete boxes that are sitting there vacant still. Probably 2/3 of the stores are still vacant. The one tenant that we're concerned about and keeping our eye on for Hawaii is Blockbuster. They occupy about 120,000 square feet here. So if they were to pull out, that would move the needle on vacancy. We would have 20 plus stores of 5,000 square feet. Mostly in some prime shopping centers, so I do think they would be absorbed over a couple of years. I think it's more likely that they will close 2, 3, 4 stores a year. So who's expanding? Who's got the potential to drive development? You've seen these names in the newspapers lately. A couple of them are actually starting construction, have bought properties lately. A couple more are planning to deliver projects in the next 2 to 3 years. This list is a little more local, and these are people that have opened in 2009. So they actually spent money, made the investment, and took the risk. Very few and far between, to tell you the truth. Those retailers, particularly the mainland ones that come here, they've got to decide, where do I spend my money? Should I spend it in Hawaii, or should I open more stores in Los Angeles or Chicago or Baltimore? The ones who are expanding on the previous list tell us that there's less competition in Hawaii. We know it's harder to get properly zoned. There's less shopping centers. There's a greater return on that investment. That's important to them. It's dollar for dollar. They really have to get a greater return here to invest 2,500 or 5,000 miles away from their home base. And there's more double income families. This is proposed projects. As you can see, in 2010, there's very little coming online. A number of projects have been canceled. A number of folks are working on entitlements for projects further out. A lot of them are trying to push to 2011, and there's really no new supply that's going to be delivered this year. So ideas for landlords and shopping center owners, the key is to create some momentum. And these are things we've done with our clients. Increase advertising, and by that we mean you, Mr. Landlord, invest with the tenant. Hire merchandising consultants. Half of our tenants are not that great at doing their windows, and they could use professional help to get people to look and draw them into the store. Measure sales, we talked about that. The thing that does for you, and what we're able to do with it, is we can see the future. If you see somebody who's got a 5% decline or a 10 or 15% decline, or you can see, they're losing money, how can they pay themselves, you need to go have a chat with them and say, what are you going to do? You're going to open an extra day of the week, you've got a new product line. You really don't want to wait until the retailer comes to you and says, I give up, I have no more resources. More direct mail is working, and we've seen some Twitter campaigns that are working for impulse daily specials. A good example of that would be a restaurant that you get a tweet from today that says, come in tonight before 8 p.m., we'll take 30% off your bill.